Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I am happy I remembered what day it was. My schedule at work got moved around this week, so I keep thinking that it's not Wednesday. So every morning around here, we start our mornings off with gratitude. I myself just used a lined journal every day. It's not prompted or anything. Prompted journals are also really fun. If you have one of those, pull it out. I don't care if it's a napkin, a sticky note, a crayon, a scented marker, whatever you have. I always write at least 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for. And then I do the rest of the page, I am affirmations. And I know it can sound a little silly, especially if you're just starting, like, what is this really going to do for me? But trust me, it makes a difference. I kind of fell off a little bit this summer because I had a really hectic time in my life, my personal life, and at work. And once I started doing my gratitude again, I'm telling you, I could tell a difference. It's really unbelievable the power that our words and our thoughts have in our day-to-day lives. Even when things get hard, there's always something to be grateful for. And it's really good about, just shifting that mindset into something that you can be grateful for. Katrina, are you on? Because I think you do stuff at night too, if you wanted to share a little bit about that.
I am on. I just had to go grab my shake. So at nighttime, yeah, I do. Well, I went to, if you're like me and you love TJ Maxx or Marshalls or any of those places, you can get super cute notebooks, journals, all those things for really cheap. I got this one. It's intentions and reflections. So like it has the start of the day and it gives me like a spot for my goals for today. And then like a little bit of like sunrise, like my current mood. And then at the end of the day, it has it doesn't take long. And then it has like the end of the day, what brought me joy today, I am grateful for this today. So like you can skip around. It's not necessarily like, you can like skip around. You don't have to do that. I also do have a nighttime journal exclusively. I kind of jump around sometimes to whichever one I feel like doing that day. Like if I have time in the morning, because I do also have a 21-month-old and 2 dogs. So when my husband goes to work, it can get a little crazy. So sometimes I just do, my gratuity really quick. And then I do my nighttime journal. And I got that at TJ Maxx too. I'm like telling you, these journals are, I took the price tag off, but they're like $3.99 or something. So super cheap. So check that out if you go to any of those places ever. But yeah, that's what I do. So I'm gonna
you're being asked to repeat those journals real quick. I'm sorry, or at least type them up and put them in the chat.
Okay, so sorry. Yeah, I'm like rubbing my eyes. Like I'm literally like getting around for the day. But so this one is intention and reflections, a daily journal. It's daily prompts to help start with an intentional mind and end with a grateful heart. So that's what this one is, intentions. And it's cute, like it's hard cover, like you always feel good. Like if it's kind of cute, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that today because I've got this cute notebook. But and then the other one I have is thoughts before bed. And these are both guided journals. I really enjoy this one a lot. It's a little bit more in depth than the other one though. So yeah, I think that's pretty much what we do for gratuity. I also do the I ams. I have a separate, just plain little notebook like this size from the Dollar General that's just lined that I do them in.
And I find them extremely powerful. And they're kind of, sometimes when you first start doing them, I find them to be kind of difficult because sometimes you kind of almost feel like, you're lying to yourself. But that's how the law of attraction works, guys. You have to believe it deep in your bones. You have to believe, that you are capable of your goals. So, a lot of the ones that I write every day, I have created a booming thrive business. I am 12K, I am going to Punta Cana. I have earned Punta Cana. You have to talk about it as if it's already happened and visualize it. Like I have 3 different vision boards in front of me. And I close my eyes, especially when the limiting beliefs start popping into your head that you can't do it, that you're not worthy, things like that. You have to visualize it. What would that life be like? I've even gone as far as like making a spreadsheet. Like if my paycheck, was, $5,000 every week on Tuesday when we get paid, what would that money be going to? What would I be spending it on? You have to believe and visualize and put yourself in the place of already accomplishing all of your dreams and goals. And it helps it come to fruition. Like one that I use almost every single day is I am a magnet for new customers and promoters. And I can tell when I do it for, like 30 days at a time, or if I forget to do it for 2 weeks, because those things aren't coming into fruition. So I think it's really important to, really believe in yourself and, realize how powerful our words can be. Because I can always tell a difference when I'm doing my gratitude or I'm not. Like, absolutely can.
Yeah. So I wanted to just share like one thing that I did when we were going to Thrive Palooza. I had never flown before, right? Ever. So in my I ams, I started writing, I am a good traveler. I am a good passenger. It worked. It helped, like, because I am not any of those things.
Right.
So I did that for probably, I would say, a solid month, maybe even longer before I went. And I felt more relaxed.
And I've done like a lot of like, like research and reading on manifestation and stuff. And a lot of this stuff, like it takes a lot. It has a lot to do with numbers and synchronicity. And a lot of people say that it takes at least 30 days of writing that I am or that manifestation down for it to really start to come to fruition. So like, if you, write I am 12K for 3 days and then you don't hit it, well, you got to give it time, you really have to. And, a lot of the things that, we're asking our higher powers for, this kind of touches on our topic a little bit today. You got to be bold enough to accept those things as well. You have to be open to accept the blessings that are given to you. You're asking for, new customers and promoters, and, maybe you work at the gas station and some lady comes in and maybe, you're not brave enough to talk to her about Thrive. Well, what if she was that, 200K? So, just being brave enough to believe in yourself and the affirmations that you're writing down. So I want to go into company news for a little bit. Last night we did have a call of a Vegas recap. I wasn't able to hop on, so Shannon, the sweetheart that she is, sent me her notes that she took. I'm just kind of reading at this. 10 minutes earlier, take.
That was what Paul was saying, what to tell people when they get the Thrive experience, what you're reading right now.
Okay, so 10 minutes earlier, take products, capsules, and lay those out 10 minutes, and then 20. Oh, okay. So just how to tell people how to take their 3 steps. Sorry, I should have read this before I decided I was going to read it.
You want me to go over the
yeah, if you want to just go over your notes quick about what the State of Laval call was, that would be great.
Okay, so the main pinpoints are is the pouches that the salted caramel come in. They're hyper recyclable pouch. The data tells us that people love the shake formula the most. 2022 dairy-free items, liquid fusion technology, new collagens, hair, skin, and nails, sports-based products, new brand promoter ranks. An AI brain coming to the back office to give you your power score. With the 10-day detox, if you can do an ounce of water per pound, that's the best thing to do. Jason is personally going to eat at 2:00 and then dinner and eat nothing else. The world is having trouble with delivery, supply chain, inventory. Don't stress, LaBelle's not having those problems. Today at 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, there's going to be a post going up on the LaBelle fan page for you to comment. I deserve $400 in LaBelle credits because, and that was my main things that I took from it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate you. And then any team news? I don't.
The
think we have
Syracuse
one.
training.
Huh?
Our Syracuse local training is next week.
Oh, yeah, that's happening. So if you're, within like 5 to 6 hours of Syracuse,
New York.
Yep. Syracuse, New York. We do have the local event going on the 5th and the 6th. I know I am super pumped about it. I miss all of my people. If you guys are like new enough where you haven't been in a room full of thrivers and you are within 5 to 6 hours of Syracuse, you need to get there. It's seriously such a game changer once you surround yourself with like-minded people and just the team and the community, like the energy. I'm literally getting goosebumps right now because I love our people. I love our community. I love our tribe. It is seriously unexplainable. Like I earned a retreat this past March and it literally changed everything for me. If you start to see your vision clearer, you start to just believe stronger, and it just lifts you up being around people that have similar goals and similar views, and it's seriously just the most life-changing experience. And to meet some of our leaders in person is just unbelievable too. Like it's seriously, if you are 5 to 6 hours away, you need to get there. It's going to change the course of your business. It's going to change your mindset. It's going to change your belief system in yourself and in this company. And if you can get there, I swear to you, it will be worth it. Is there anything else on team news? I don't think so, right?
Yes. I just got an email. Breast cancer DFTs today only. Buy one, get one of the pink label and the pink ultra. There is absolutely no limit. Good for promoters and customers.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh yeah, I just got that email too. Thank you. So yeah, BOGO. And ways to advertise promos I think are super important. I was just going through my memories the other day and I just love seeing how much growth there can be as a promoter, going back and looking at your old posts. If I can give any suggestion in the world, don't screenshot the email and just post the screenshot. You can do that, still screenshot it, but like a lot of the times, like what I do, like I'll hold up my hand and make the promo like smaller, like I'm holding it, or just put it somewhere on my picture. People are not, they can't relate to a screenshot. They're going to be like, oh, there's another promo or something. Tell a story, or just something. You have to do something.
Talk about it in the stories.
And talk about it in your stories. You got to do something to hook your audience, to relate to them, or else they're just like, okay, there's another sales post. They're just going to keep scrolling. They don't want to see the screenshot of the email that you just got. You can use that and get more creative with it. So Yeah. Okay. So our topic today, sorry, I just want to make sure I went over everything that I was supposed to before I actually started talking about what I came here to talk about. Oh, those are dirty. Okay, never mind. All right. So tips and tricks. Katrina and I just have like, little tips and tricks here and there, kind of scattered all over the place on things that we do on a regular basis to just kind of help us make us more successful and to step out of your comfort zones. I have noticed in team chats and just, from chats into Zoom and everything like that, that a lot of people, and I mean, who isn't in this world, are scared to come out of their comfort zone. People are too scared to do reels. People are too scared to do graphics, like, oh my gosh, can you send me that graphic? You guys, you have to be teachable in this business and you have to step out of your comfort zone. I feel like those are some of the top two most important things in this business. And authenticity. So top three things: you have to be able to step out of your comfort zone if you want to grow. You have to be teachable, and you have to be authentic. I mean, it's so important. So, a way for me to start it, a way I started stepping out of my comfort zone the most, and I think a good tip for anyone else to step out of their comfort zone, is kind of really getting a hold on your 5 things. And that's going to make a lot of things easier for you. So going live, scary, right? I mean, drop a 1 in the chat if you've never gone live ever before, because it's crazy to me. I mean, it's uncomfortable. Like my first live, I literally didn't even talk. I went live with Ashley Freilich and she talked the whole time, but it was a step. But another way, to make yourself more comfortable, with like going live, is pick one of your 5 things. I love to cook. I didn't when I was a cook for, a living, but now I do. I love to cook again. So I get a Misfits Market box every week. So I go live and I unbox my Misfits Market box. That's it. I don't even talk about Thrive. You don't have to talk about Thrive every single time you go live. So, until you get comfortable, maybe talking more about the products, talking more about the comp plan, just talk about one of your 5 things, something you're passionate about. That should be easy for you. If it's one of your 5 things, you're extremely passionate about it, and it should be easy for you to talk about it. And 5 things with your reels. Like your reel doesn't have to be you shaking your butt. It doesn't have to be you twirling around in a circle. My first reel wasn't even one that jumped to like something else. There was no editing. It was a video that I took of my dog last winter jumping in the snow, and I took a trending audio and I just added to it, just like you're doing your stories. Literally almost exactly the same, except it said reel on the bottom instead of story. My first reel ever got almost 4,000 views. It doesn't have to be that hard, and I started with one of my 5 things. I'm a dog mom. I took a video of my dog that I took over a year ago, and I put it on, I put audio to it like a story, and I posted it. And that just goes for everything. If you figure out your 5 things and you apply it to all of these things, it makes these things that you think are so hard easier. You have anything, Katrina?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So
I could keep going.
Yeah. So reels are super fun and super easy. I started doing them as because like when I started or whatever, to pick like your 5 things and start doing a reel about your 5 things. So I started doing like some of my workouts or whatever, and I would just like speed it up so that like people weren't getting bored watching me like literally work out. So I just started speeding it up, and then I just started getting more and more comfortable with it. Think about it this way: like how many people are on Instagram? A ton, like millions, billion, maybe, I don't know, tons of people, right? And even if you post something and you feel like you're a little nervous about it or something, people will just scroll by if they don't want to watch it. Like, I'm not trying to be, I'm just letting you know, like, they're going to just scroll by if that's something that doesn't relate to them. And that's okay. That's okay. So don't get discouraged about that. Like, I always obviously recommend doing hashtags in your, when you post, because I personally, I don't mind doing the talking and the dancing and being all, I don't do that every single reel, but what I do that some of them just for fun, like, because I enjoy doing it. I think it's fun to do it. And just make sure that, like, if you're not including your Thrive or something in that you don't have to include your Thrive in every single reel, but make sure you put some kind of call to action. Even if, like, like Lizzie did her dog, a reel of her dog. So, like, you could put something like in the comments, or not in the comments, like underneath, it doesn't even have to be in the reel. It could be in the reel, but you could put it underneath, under the description, and put, like, follow me for more fun dog moments or something like that, or fun husky moments, right? Then they're going to start following you, and they're going to start seeing some of your Thrive stuff too. And that's the point. And the point also is to have fun, like, have fun with it and help people. So you don't have to make it, it's not as hard as you think. You could probably go in your phone right now and find some video that you haven't posted, or even if you have posted it, go make a reel. It's not like, it's good. And honestly, one thing I have to try is, sorry, I'm reading this real quick. Can you practice and redo? Yeah, you can yes, you can practice and redo. And yes, you can use filters that help you look pretty. And I'm sure that you're pretty without the filters, and sounds and music. You can even do family is noisy. You can like when you add the music or whatever, it automatically kind of takes off the other. But if you wanted to have that sound, you could leave that, and you can, like, adjust it. But it takes the sound off once you put a song on.
And guys, and practice makes perfect. Like, you just got to start playing with it. You don't even have to post the reel if you don't want to. Like, if you're like, oh man, that was bad, then just delete it. But you're not going to get any better at it if you don't just start playing around with it. I mean, it's going to get easier with time. And then, so I have another couple tips on reels for, getting more views on them and that sort of thing. So first, I'm going to see if hopefully we can see this here. I don't want the noise right now. Can you see that little arrow by the sound right there, by the audio? It's like pointing up. That means it's a trending audio at the time. So, like, I'll go through reels and just, like, kind of scroll through them, and I'll literally only be looking at that bottom for that little arrow for that trending audio, and then I'll save that audio. And then when you have the audio saved, like, then I'm like, okay, then I can kind of start, like, doing some content planning in my head, like, oh, I could do, like, this fun video with this, or this with that, So to get more views on your reels, trending audio. Another thing that I do is I use hashtag, and I use this for Instagram posts too. It's called Hashtags Manager. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's down here on the bottom right on my screen. So you just type in, like hashtag dog bomb life, and then it's going to give me like 35 other hashtags that are going to correlate with that. So trending hashtags, trending audio. And, when I said, when I pick out that audio, I kind of try to then, like, plan my posts ahead. I'm still kind of, habits take time. They say it takes like 21 repetitive times to build a habit. So I'm still like not great at it, but I'm trying to kind of plan my reels, and I make some in advance too. Like, so if you go into my Instagram. I'm over on my Reels page. Gosh, I should have just done the Zoom on my phone so I could have shared my screen. So there's, here's all my Reels, right? Look at me, I'm so cool. Ha ha ha. Just kidding. Sorry. But there's a draft section. So, you know, I have some already made up so I can just post one if I want to, but I'm trying to be better to kind of like correlate them with the days of the week that we kind of do around here, like Motivational Monday, Transformational Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday. Like last Wednesday, I posted one with me and all my crystals because like crystal healing, all that sort of thing. And then that also correlates with my 5 things. It's literally me just saying, "Ooh, look at these rocks," with a lip sync of some British lady. Like, and I'm just holding all my rocks, and it was fun. And I peed my pants laughing of how it came out, and I loved it, and so did other people. So it doesn't have to be, you know, that difficult. But, you know, correlating reels with your 5 things, it's going to make it easier because it's going to be more fun for you because it's stuff that you're passionate about. B, it's going to make you more unique. So, you know, I'm going to be doing, you know, something different than, you know, what Brittany O'Neill might be doing because she loves plants and I usually kill them all. You know what I mean? So it's going to keep you authentic. And I just think that's like a super, super important, because, you know, it's okay to, you know, go to a leader's page and take a post, you know, that might inspire you, right? But remember that, you know, someone else, you know, might be following them or this or that. And then they're going to be like, didn't I see that on, you know, Bobby Joe's page? You got to, if I do it once in a very blue moon, and it's usually if I'm having a really, really busy day at work and I don't have time to post, but I change as much of it as I can and just keep the bones of that post and make it authentic. Because if you just keep copying every single other sideline and upline you have, I mean, I think a big part of this business is selling yourself. You know, you're branding yourself, you're selling yourself, you're trying to get people to trust you. How are people going to trust you if you're stealing everything off Bobby Joe's page? You're not you, you're Bobby Joe now. You got to be authentic. And you got to be teachable, like I said at the beginning of the Zoom. So another thing that I've noticed a lot of people are like, oh my God, I wish I could do that. Is like graphics and stories. Guys, it's easy. It's really easy. I personally use Canva. It looks like, oh, poop. Looks like this blue little icon right here. And they already have pre-made templates, right? So, I mean, I use this for Zoom graphics. I use this for stories. I use this, like, say I see a quote on Facebook or Pinterest, but I don't think it looks pretty. I take all the words and I put them into something else that looks pretty, that's more authentic to me, to my style, to my brand, who I am. You know, what colors I like. Maybe I, you know, hate green, but, you know, I saw someone else's graphic and it was green. So now I want to make my own and make it purple because that's my favorite color, not green like Susie Q's. So there's little, can anyone see this? Can you see this, Katrina? Is this like seeable for the most part? I can't hear you. You're muted.
I can
Yeah,
see
if I
it.
get really, really close.
Okay.
Yeah.
I should have done this. I should have done Zoom on my phone and shared my screen. But so there's little tablets, right? Instagram posts, posters, stories, photo collages, wallpapers, social media, Facebook cover photos, right? Wicked easy. So we'll go into one of mine. All right. I just made this one. of my bedtime routine, right? The clouds were already there. It was already a template. I just added my own photos and 3 simple words, and there's ways that you can edit it, here on the bottom, fonts, colors, format, spacing, effects, animate. So if you see someone's that moves and you're like, you literally hit animate and another button. It's 2 clicks. It's so
Lizzie,
easy.
Do you have one that you would be willing to share with everybody? You can send me and I will copy and paste it into the chat.
Yes.
A template. Okay. So this is super cool. Okay.
And most of the templates I use are pre-made. Like I use the template and then I just change the photo in the text. Like it takes me less than 5 minutes. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. No, you're totally fine. So she's been using Canva a lot more than me. I'm getting better at it, and it looks like it's hard, but it's not. It's super easy. And so like what she's going to do, she's going to send me a link, and what you guys can do is you can click it. If you already have Canva or whatever, or if you don't get it, you can click it or copy it and go post it in your notes, and then, take it once you put Canva on your phone or your computer, and you can like share templates that you've made with your team, and then they can go in and they can change the picture. They can change, like if it has somebody's name on it, they can change the name, whatever. Like it's really neat, and it's super easy, and it's a good way to get started, to learn how to use all the features, to use somebody's template that they've already made, because then you can just like Lizzie was saying, you just flip out the pictures, you change up maybe the font, or you animate it. Like it's just nice to see like from it being done and then like being able to replace it. That's how you kind of like learn a little bit quicker how to do that. That's how I learned anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I just go through my Canva and I'm like, oh, that looks pretty, and I add one of my product photos, I type a couple words, and I'm done. And you can add as many photos as you want. And it's honestly, it's kind of like a lot like building your stories, but inside an app. Like you can go in and add like little stickers or graphics. You can literally add whatever you want to it and make it your own, make it fun, make it visually pleasing. And it's really not that hard. Like I said, like I showed you how to animate it. It's a click of a button. You just click animate and which animate you want. It's super intimidating at first. Like I remember when I first came in, I would see certain people's stories. I'm like, oh, they're so pretty. I want to do that. I don't know how, because I don't know how to use my phone. And so I would just use Instagram stories, which I do mostly use, honestly. I do just build my stories in Instagram, but I have fun with Canva. I mean, I used to be a huge art girl. Like in high school, I used to draw and everything. So that sort of thing is fun for me. I like to be creative. I like to be authentic. I like to make things my own. And like even
is Canva free?
Yes.
I can't remember.
Canva is free. I mean, there is like other pro options that you would have to buy the pro version for. But it's mostly all free. Yes. And yes, Shannon, if you decide to get the pro version, it can be a write-off. You're using it as a tool for your business. So, went over reels, 5 things, breaking out of your comfort zone. Do you have anything you want to go over?
Sure. So let's see. I just want to take a little swipey through here. If you're on here and you don't mind turning on your camera so that we can see your beautiful faces. If I have yesterday's makeup on today.
I have 2 days makeup on today.
Oh yeah. Heck yeah. So I'm actually kind of happy that I did that because honestly, my little one didn't wake up. Like she woke up at like 6:15. So I had time to feed her and then get on here. So I was happy that I left yesterday's makeup on for today. But anyway, I will touch on vendor events just because I know that like, you know, I post about it a lot. I do a lot of them. I love doing them. I love helping other people. I am a freak. I love to plan things. I love to plan parties, all of those things. Okay, you get a pass then, Jessica. Also, so somebody had asked something about reels. I just want to answer that about the talking. So honestly, when I'm looking for reels and stuff too, I set a timer. Please make sure you set a timer. Don't be like me and get sucked into the scroll. I set a timer and I scroll through the reels to find a sound or a trend or something that I might like, right? And that's where I find like the people talking and stuff like that. And then you can click on their reel and then you can click on their sound and you can save that sound. So then you don't have to go looking for it when you're going to make a reel. And what I do for when I want to do those ones where I'm like lip syncing it or whatever, if you turn the speed to 2x, if you turn the speed to 2x, it slows it down. It slows the music down and the wording, the way it slows the speaking down. So then you can keep up with it. And then when it goes back and replays, it looks like you're saying it. So that's how I actually learned that from another leader. So that's how I do that. And like when you're on the 2x and you're doing that, what I have also noticed, if you don't want to look like super animated and stuff, because it's going to make it look like you're moving faster, try to stay still and make like a certain amount of movements and just try not to do like a whole bunch. Like I talk with my hands a lot, so it's really hard for me. Sometimes I have to be very mindful of that, but that's what I do. I put it on 2x if I want to do a talking one. And then like, if I'm doing a workout or something and I'm talking in it, that's just like, that's a free for all. If I happen to sync up with my mouth with the lyrics, great. If not, oh well. That's how I am. I like to listen to my music when I work out, and sometimes I might be singing it or whatever. And you know, I mean, on the video, if it's not like linked up, not a big deal. Anyway, so 2x and just kind of scroll through and whatever like you see that you like that resonates with you for the speaking stuff or any music, you can save it. You know, yes, trending gets more views, but if it's something that makes you feel more comfortable to start with, then do that. You know, just do whatever you need to do to get started. All right. Vendor events. Lizzie, where should I start with that?
I don't know. I've never done one.
Oh,
I just want to show you guys quick. I don't know. So if you see it, so I just went to my Reels section on Instagram. And then, so this is like the trending audio. There's a little square down here in the bottom. It takes you to that audio and then you can hit save audio at the top. So then that'll be in your audio bank to add to your Reels. I just wanted to throw that out there. All right, take it away, vendor lady.
Start with the
All right,
setup.
I'm gonna right quick, and if you have any messages or questions, message me. All right, so when I go to do vendor events, I find them on events on my Facebook. I find them through what's going on in my community. I am trying to branch out like an hour or so apart and or away, like an hour, maybe an hour and a half away. I haven't found anything. I just got done with quarantine, so I'm really excited. I'm trying to find something this weekend. So like that shows you don't have to have it planned for months and months and months, right? You can literally find something and go. So when I set up, I always I ask whoever's putting the event together, like what time, how much time before the event starts am I allowed to come and start setting up? If they say an hour, guess what? I'm there an hour before it starts because I don't like to feel rushed. I have totes that have everything in it, everything. So what I do is I get there, I put my table up. On my table, I have any tablecloth you want. You'll see pictures that I do have the Thrive one. You don't need to go and buy it. I did because the only reason I bought it was because one of the events I was going to do required that I had proper signage stating what I was. So that's why I got it. I have other tablecloths too. Anyway, on my table, I put over to the right, I put the 3 steps. I put a box of, so start saving empty boxes. Start saving any empty boxes that you have because you're going to use them for display. I put the 3 steps. I keep it super simple. I put men and women's capsules, the canisters of the shake mix, like vanilla and chocolate. And since the new one's out, I probably would bring that container or at least like some packets of it. And then in front, I put down the DFTs that we have, like the empty, containers. And then over to the other, I also will put like an empty bottle of Sculpt over there and the cafe, like an empty box of the cafe, like morning stuff, right? Stuff you use in the morning. And then I flip over to the other side and I do like, maybe like the Activate, a box of that. And then I do like a little setup for like nighttime routine. So I have the rest, I have Biotic over there. I have, well, you could take Biotic in the morning if you really wanted to. I have the Biotic over there. And then I also have the Balance, an empty container of Balance. I like to make up little like grab bags for nighttime. And I put a rest, I put a recharge DFT, I put rest, recharge, and sometimes chill in there, and I'll charge $5 for that. And I put a cute little thing in there. You always put your card in there, $5. I make up like 5 to 6 of them. And I also make regular grab bags. Like you can do like an immune support grab bag. Once you start getting to like three or 5 products, I generally try not to do more than 3 products in a grab bag, maybe 4. If I do 4,
I say something really, really quick.
Yeah.
So I've never done a vendor event, but I mean, I do sell like, little minis of products that are different than our 3 steps. There should be a price list in the Dream Team page. If not, reach out to someone above you. So like Katrina said, like she doesn't go over 3 products, but you also don't want to devalue our products either. So you don't want to take a little bag and put $40 worth of product in it and charge someone $5. So I love having a little price sheet of what it breaks it down to, like, one whole packet is, $2.25 or however much it is. And I like to use that even because I have people that ask to try plus line products a lot, or customers that want to try a plus line product before they buy it. So I'm pretty sure it's on the Dream Team page. If not, shoot me a message on Facebook. I have them. I'll send them to you. And just have the price sheets for doing little things like this, because you don't want to sell yourself short or devalue the product. So sorry. Take it away.
No, you're fine. So then like if I do anything really more than 3 things, I will do $10 grab bags. I try not, like if I do 5 products, you better believe I'm charging $10 for that grab bag. It doesn't matter what's in it, because you know what? My time is worth the money too. Like it took me time to put that together. I might have spent $25 on the vendor spot, and I spent money on the packaging. So don't ever feel bad about charging, because our products are great and they're worth something and they're worth the money, and it's worth your time. You're putting all of this together. People there's going to be more expensive stuff there. They're not going to care. I'm telling you that right now. Also, so that's how I do that. I usually bring anywhere from about 6 3-day mini experiences, and I just make them all for women. And I just bring the men's capsules with me. And then if a man wants them, I just open it up and I swap them out. or if somebody wants the men's capsules instead, I just swap them out real quick. And so, yeah, so I do that. I have a little sheet. Oh, also for my display, I do have a few before and afters printed off that I put on the table. Charlene, do you have a question?
I do. Do you have a sign up sheet where people sign up, or like,
I do.
like how do you get them to create a customer account? Is there a sign up sheet that you offer or something?
So what I do, that's where I was going next, but it's okay. What I do is, so I have my before and afters out there. I also have like the Thriving, like, magazine that's out or whatever. I have to order the new one that just came out. And I have pamphlets, and then like in the front of my table, I put a sheet out that has, it has columns that says name, email, phone number, email, whatever order you want to do it. And then like when they come up to my table, if they want to buy something, I just say, oh, all you have to do is just put your name, your email, and your phone number so that I can connect with you and check on how you're doing, right? Some people, I even just add them. If there's not a ton of people, I'll add them right on my Facebook right then. Like, I'll be like, do you have Facebook? Do you have Instagram? Whatever they have, I'll add them right then. I also put out on my display, I have my QR code for my Instagram, my QR code that I made for my Facebook out in picture frames displayed. So people can just, go in and start following me, add me, whatever. I also do have my free customer account link. And what I do for that on my QR code is I go into my QR codes, I set it up, and where I send people is to where when it pops up on their screen, it's going to automatically prompt them to start creating their free customer account. So what you do is you take your link, like whatever your username is, .lavelle.com. And then if you put a / register on that, it's going to take you directly to where it starts asking for your country, like to set up your free customer account under your link. So under my QR code for my, Lavelle link, under my QR code for my Lavelle link, I have it redirecting people to there. So I say, if you want to set up your free customer profile, you just scan this and it's going to start prompting you to make that. And that's nice because they don't really get it literally prompts it, they start setting it up right then. Also, I don't necessarily make people at the vendor events sign up for their free customer profile right that second. Only I write down like where they sign up or whatever. I put next to their name. If they pay for a sample and they take a mini experience, I put an S, or I put 6-day next to where they, next to their name, so that I know what they have, so that I can follow up with them accordingly. And if they don't set up their free customer profile, I do it for them, because that's part of that good customer service, right? I'm going to go home after that vendor event and I'm going to create all these free customer profiles on Saturday night or Sunday, whatever like the event is. So I will do, like, if it's like Fall Fest or Halloween or whatever, I'll just create a generic password and then tell them that they can change it when they log in. And so then for so when I get home, depending on, like, sometimes I'm pretty tired after it because, you're standing there like visiting and chatting with people and everything for, it can be a long day. So I will either create the free customer profile at night, or I'll do it first thing Sunday morning. I always, always, always follow up with people on Sunday morning, mid-morning, afternoon, that came to the vendor event. Say, hey, I'll add them on Facebook if they didn't add me, or on Instagram, whatever. And I will also be like, you know, how is did you start your, you know, your 3-day, you know, experience, et cetera, and how's it going? Do you have any questions? You know, whatever. I will just check in with people, say, hey, this is I'm going to send you your link to where you're going to click to sign into your free customer profile. And this is also your referral link. So if anybody you know that might be interested, send them this link to sign up for their free customer profile. And so then I send that by itself, so that like I'll send the message first about what I'm going to send, and then I send them their link, so that if they go to forward that link, it doesn't have the writing above it, like to their friend, you know. So then I send them their link, and then underneath that I write username, and I put their username, and then I put password, and I put their password. So I keep it like it's 3, you know. It is probably a little bit more time consuming, but you know what, it's a lot easier for the customer to share their link without having to share all the other stuff. And then like I have a whole follow-up system, which I'm not going to go into that part of it because that's a whole nother thing. But anybody that signs up, you need to message with their stuff. That's kind of why I like to make the free account for them. And I have the sign up sheet, because the next day I have a reason to get in touch with them. If I can't add them on Facebook or whatever, I'll just text them. I might even call them and say, hey, you know, I hope you're having a great day. And I just wanted to touch base with you. I'm trying to set up your free customer profile. Your email doesn't seem to be working, or have you ever created an account before? Whatever, all those things. And you're going to run into that. You know what? Like, say you have 10 people sign up on your sheet, maybe 2 already have a free customer profile. Oh, well, at least if they bought something from you, you still made the money on it. And you know what, like that, it's going to happen. And maybe they're going to go home and they're going to be like, oh, I saw that Thrive girl at the event. You know what? I'm going to message my friend, you know, that I signed up under. I'm going to message her and I'm going to place an order. So how, you know, you could be helping another person, another promoter, a sideline, anybody. It doesn't even have to be a sideline. It could be anybody. You don't even know who you could be helping. And like Lizzie said earlier, like the person at the gas station, you know, like you don't know that person coming up to your table could possibly be your next, you know, superstar promoter, your next 200K or whatever. People like to see people face to face. And also, a big thing for me is I try not to sit down a lot. I stand up, I smile. You know, if you don't know what to say to people, just smile. I mean, don't like smile like creepy at them, but just smile, you know, smile and say, hi, how are you today? You know, that's, people just like kindness. They do. And that's really all you have to do, is to just be kind to people, and they're going to know that you're being authentic with that kindness. And they're going to say, I wonder what this girl has over there. You know, I want to talk to her, or I want to see what she has. She seems so nice or so happy. Why is she so happy? Right? Yeah, you can do, like, I do like to do giveaways at them. I don't know. I had gotten like a little fall cup that I did for my last vendor event that I did. It was a fall fest, and I got like a fall candle from TJ Maxx because I have a problem. And I just did a like, however, if make a free customer profile, you get 1 entry to win this. Place an order, you get 2 entries. Become a promoter, you get 1,000. No, I'm just kidding. You get like 5 entries. So I do that. I do try to do something fun. I go around, I talk to all the other vendors, maybe not all of them, because some events are big and there's a lot of people, but I do go around and try to visit with as many other vendors as I can. I bring my business card, I ask for theirs. I take a little video of their I take a little video of their like setup, and that's pretty much it. There's so much. So if anybody is ever interested about vendor events, feel free, if you have any questions or you want any tips or tricks or something you heard that I said that I do, or if you just need some help planning, I will help you as best I can. I can also plan like another Zoom. If there's a bunch of you that want to learn more or something, I am pretty much stay-at-home mom, so I can like Zoom with maybe a few of you or something and go into it more detail, because I'm a surviving perfectionist, so or what is it? I can't remember, whatever, but I do tend to get super carried away, and it's a lot.
Okay, everyone, I hope you had some really good notes today. If you do have any questions about what we went over, shoot us a message. If you have never won anything on the morning Zoom before, put a me in the comments. Shannon, are you reading?
Tiffany's
No.
to read today.
Oh, Tiffany. Okay.
All right, you guys, we are on day 38, getting enough rest. Come to me, all of you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Matthew 11:28-30. Physical exhaustion is God's way of telling us to slow down. God expects us to work hard, of course, but he also intends for us to rest. When we fail to take the rest that we need, we do a disservice to ourselves and to our families. We live in a world that tempts us to stay up late, very late, but too much time spent with technology combined with too little sleep is a prescription for exhaustion. Jesus promises us that when we come to him, he will give us rest, but we too must do our part. We must take the necessary steps to ensure that we have sufficient rest and that we make other decisions that promote good health and so that our bodies thrive. Are your physical or spiritual batteries running low? Is your energy on the wane? Are your emotions frayed? If so, it's time to turn your thoughts and your prayers to God's Son. And when you're finished, it's probably time to turn off the lights and go to bed. Today's quotes, taking care of yourself physically really helps emotionally. People who get a lot of sleep, do the things that relieve stress, can withstand more stress. Laura Bush. Satan does some of his worst work on exhausted Christians when nerves are frayed and their minds are faint. Vance Havner. Rest time is not waste time. It is economy to gather fresh strength. It is wisdom to take occasional furlough. In the long run, we shall do more by sometimes doing less. C.H. Spurgeon. For further reflection, Genesis 2:2-3, Exodus 20:8-10, Psalm 3:5, Psalm 4:8, Mark 6:31. Today's prayer. Dear Lord, when I am tired, give me the wisdom to do the smart thing and put my head on my pillow and rest. Amen.
That was awesome. Thank you. Elizabeth, do you want to pick one of the me's in the chat for winning?
Yes, I am going to pick Jessica James.
Jessica James, congratulations. Reach out to me in Messenger. Well, you know how to find me. We'll get you the graphic out, and I will see everybody on Friday. Chastity Marie will be sharing this Friday, and I reached out to Katrina to get her on the schedule for November to do just a Zoom on events. She's got so much good information. It's hard to squeeze it into one little thing. I had to cut her off. I'm sorry, but we'll get her on the books in November. Bye, everybody. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Katrina.
Bye.